Hey everybody, it's another edition of Bird Brain 66 with my good buddy Brian Bretch on the left or right. What's up, Brian?
It is all good, Andy. It's going to go.
Hey, we're going to bring you the 2024 Big League set. And as many of you may or may not know, who knows? But Topps says that this replaced the opening day series and sets that we had seen in the past. And they switched opening day to actual opening day through Topps Now, which really sucks because the opening day actually featured all the teams, and opening day now just features something if there happens to be some kind of unique highlight, or your name is Shohei Ohtani. So uh, we will not have any Cardinal cards on opening day this year, or we did not have any, I should say. So Brian, go ahead and kick us off with your first. Oh, go ahead and tell us how many cards are in the set, Brian.
No worries. Hey, so overall, Big League 309 cards in the base, 13 Cardinals in the team. The first one I'm going to show is our my very first gray card in a Cardinal uniform, and really enjoyed that. So they did some nice work on the photoshopping. But again, get to start out with Sonny, and he's had a great start to his Cardinal career. So kudos to him. I kind of, I guess I like the set. I don't know. We'll get into it here in just a few minutes. There's some of the inserts are kind of hokey and just odd. But out of the 13, what do you got there? Yeah.
I got Lars. So Brian just showed Sonny Gray, and I'm showing Lars. So as you can see, put Sonny back up there real quick, Brian. So these are two of what they call the uncommon cards. There's base set, and there's two uncommon cards in the Cardinal set, which is Lars and Sonny, which means they are silver foil cards. So they're supposed to be just a little bit more difficult to get, apparently, than the regular base set cards. So, Topps is getting into the habit of throwing SPs in sets quite a bit, and that's happening in the heritage sets. Will be featuring in the upcoming weeks. And let's go back to the base set for a moment. One of my favorite Cardinals, in the past two seasons, has been this cat right here, Mr. Wilson Contreras. Plays,
Absolutely.
carries the team on his sleeve, and he's put up with a lot from the crappy pitching staff he had last year that treated him like garbage. And he actually turned out to have a very nice year, and was a genuine guy, and just a good all around ball player too. So yeah, really like Wilson. So it speaks volumes of his character. Really like him. And what you got, Net Brian?
Well, just to continue on to Contreras, he also put up with some crap from obviously from his manager, and then the guy apparently who caused the most commotion ended up being traded. Some guy who thought that he was an ace. I don't even want to mention that guy's name anymore. I'm just happy that he's with the Orioles or wherever the heck he's at these
He has
days.
he
But
had he had 11 wins in 2019, if that's who you're referring to.
yes. Yeah. Boy, never mind. Well, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I'm showing this one of Memphis stud Luken Baker. Guy just continues to crush the long ball in Memphis. Don't really know where he's going to end up with this club. It's Goldie's last season. I highly doubt that the Cardinals are going to re-sign him. So does first base go to Lukin, or do we figure out what's going on with Jordan Walker and his hitting, and do we just decide, hey, let's make Jordan our first baseman of the future? But gotta give Lukin some props. He is his rookie card. Who do you have?
Well, speaking of rookie cards, there he is, Mason Wynn. It turned out to be a pretty decent hitter so far this season. He's adjusted well to the league. Um, really like the way he plays the game too, and the arm on him is just like, it's phenomenal. I mean, it's just like a rocket. I mean, it reminds me of Ozzy in certain ways at certain times. But I still think Ozzy on the AstroTurf still had the better range than Mason. Not taking away anything from Mason, but I mean, if you go back and look at the highlights of Ozzy, man, he's just like, there's not never seen anything else like that. So, but props to Mason, doing well this year so far, and really enjoy watching him play.
Yeah, he's got a cannon besides Ozzy. I know Ozzy didn't have a cannon for the arm, but Sean Dunston came over and played a couple of seasons for the Cardinals, and his arm reminds me of that. Did you see the play though the other day on the hit and run where he was clocked at going from second to home in 8.66 seconds, beating the club record by all the women's favorite player on the team, Mr. Long Hair Blondie, Harrison Bader. So his Bader's time was like 9.06. So anyway, just wanted to bring that up. So not only is he good defensively, he's got the afterburners as well as the cannon for the arm. So I'm going to show this guy, the Indian Eye, nuts, trying to figure out again who he is. He going to be one of the core anchor guys? He being Nolan Gorman, of course. Um, he scares us with his back issues. He's scared us here recently until he hit the monster walk-off home run and then followed that up with a two-hit performance just recently. So wishing
Well,
him all of the best, but he scares me at times.
well, speaking of Gorman, let him go back to eating the popcorn he was eating last year that apparently caused all the problems because he was crushing the ball when he was eating the popcorn. And I never heard such a
It's
ludicrous bunch of BS in my life that popcorn was causing his back issues. So if the Cardinals can put something out that's ridiculous, they're going to put something out that's ridiculous. So there you have it.
absolutely.
So I'm gonna put this guy up, Ryan Helsley. Got a lot
It's
of got a,
exactly this one.
got
Yep.
a lot of thunder in the arm, but he makes me nervous. Always seems like he's he's very timid every time he comes out there in the ninth inning for whatever reason. But he's been getting the job done fairly well this season so far. So wish him the best because we're going to need him to anchor a lot of these games going down the road here. So, but yeah, he gives me the heebie-jeebies sometimes when he comes in. I'm like, what is he just has to look like he's got like he's freaked out or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and the pitching clock is not his friend, obviously, when you're throwing that hard when he's up into the 100 plus mile an hour. I mean, he traditionally would walk behind the mound, relief pitchers, just to get that extra minute of, fresh air or whatever in the lungs, a couple of seconds to throw the heat. But anyway,
Well,
so yes,
speaking of the
he
pitch,
does make
since you
mistakes.
brought the pitch clock up, and unfortunately he's not in this set as Gio because the pitch clock is his friend because I almost fell asleep at between pitches, but prior to the pitch clock. So thankfully the pitch clock is
Right.
in there because it was like a half hour before you throw the next pitch. So thankfully we do have the pitch
Yeah.
clock now. Who do you got next?
Yeah. Well, unfortunately or fortunately, I still think this guy's going to be tremendous. He's just got to figure it out. He's a, I just know a very intelligent guy. And again, I know he got recently sent down to Memphis. I hope he figures it out like he did the last time. The hard part is he's got to figure it out and keep it going. I'm already starting to hear some complaints about him, but I still got to say, he's in his early 20s, and they just they don't make a big frame like this very often who can do the things that he can, running, throwing, playing the outfield. Now we just need him to hit. And again, for him, he's had to make a lot of adjustments in his young career in terms of playing different positions for this organization. And I think they've thrown a lot at him. And I still say he's not really getting any advice from anyone in terms of how to hit the ball until he goes back down to Memphis. And like you and I talked a little bit before we started this recording, same thing with Victor Scott. Some of these guys just need that extra seasoning. So kind of tell that story, what you heard today and what
I
sharing
can't
with
remember
me
where I
about
heard it from,
Victor and
but a former major leaguer just said he goes, "That's what AAA is for. It's these guys need another year AAA under their belt because they just need to go learn how to come up to the next level because there is only one kid, Ken Griffey Jr. or Shohei Ohtani, guys like this come around to a team, once in a generation. And Pujols is a good example for the Cardinals, that can just jump up and just start tearing it up. But unfortunately, everybody thought he was going to be the next Pujols. Unfortunately, he is not. But wish him the best and hope he returns as soon as possible and lights the league on fire. And speaking of complaints, let's show Miles Michaelis because he is as great as he says he is. Oh no, he's not. But anyway, Miles, stop hanging pitches on the 0 and 2 counts or the 1 and 2 counts because you're getting crushed every time. You need a ball that sweeps out on the outside to strike guys out when you have two strikes on them. Just a little bit of advice, and that's back from my little league days.
Yeah, and the other trash talking because right now you certainly are not backing those pitches, and with
Yeah,
your what is he 1 and 3 so
well, that especially held true when we went to the Dodgers series for the first series of the season.
Mhm.
So that just looked incredibly bad.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and I don't really have anybody else in a particular base set that I'm going to feature because I just don't think there's any interest in those cards at this time. So I'm going to go to the blue foil card, which is Goldie. There he is,
Right.
MVP. So hopefully he continues to come back this year. But as you can see, it's blue. We had the silver ones. Here now is the blue foil.
And
And
what's special about those for our viewers? They're a little bit harder to come by, right?
yeah, they're limited in how many packs they're actually offered in or in things of that nature. So one per ever how many. I don't know what the number is. And then the next level is the red foil, which Mr. Arenado is, and where he almost looks like a very uncomfortable action shot of Nolan. But
Hmm.
of all the pictures, that they could come up with it, this is what they came up with. But I question Tops all the time on some of the stuff that they do. And then
Okay, so no, go ahead. I was gonna be, but you finish what you had.
oh, I'm going to go to the gold foil, which is Mr. Rogers Hornsby.
There you go.
We've seen this card, or not this card. I shouldn't say this card, but this photo countless times. Please come. There's many more pictures of Hornsby out there. Please come up with something a little bit different. And in the 20s and very early 30s, he was not the only player that existed on the Cardinals. So please take a look at some reference guide or something because there's other very unique Hall of Famers out there. Jim Bottomley. I mean, I don't even want to start naming them all off, but they're out there.
Right.
Put them on a card. Thank you.
Yep, exactly. Nice PSA. No, when you were saying what a goofy look for Nolan, the
And there he
inset
is.
of the
He
the
feel
the
he feels really chained down in that photo.
I know. I don't understand it. This is the big league insert set of the
Yeah, I
big
don't.
league. So I don't know, understand the
Yeah,
rationale. I'm sorry, I didn't.
when I got that card, I was like, and these there. I mean, I understand art is subjective to the viewer, but you
I
know,
don't I understand I don't have any problems with even the cartoon look of it, but I'm trying to figure out what is the like the strawberry and the watermelon doing on there, and then this one.
because I don't recall Big Mac. If you threw like a big hamburger in there, that would make sense. Like for
Oh,
Big Mac.
absolutely,
Yeah.
exactly. But again, just an interesting set, but again, called the big league tops big leaguers, and okay, fine, just weird. What else do you have?
Well, in great '60s Beach Boy fashion, let's have some good vibrations because it wouldn't be a
Nice.
set without Ozzy somewhere. But there he is, the Wizard. Of course, I love Ozzy. But again, we had a number of other players in the '80s and throughout the '90s that were pretty spectacular too. And honestly, not as spectacular, but there's some guys in there that they could throw in there that we'd like to see. As Cardinal fans.
Absolutely. Yeah, I do like that photo though. I mean, that's kind of a different one of him because he's in a spring training uniform, but so give him that. So I know you got like one or two more to show us. I could pull the last one that I'm looking at here, but I'm gonna wait on that. What else you got?
Well, are you going? As the old honeymooners, Jackie Gleason to the moon, Alice to the moon.
Yeah,
I'll go with there. He's another rookie card for Mason Wynn.
I just didn't pull mine. So four of these in that inset. Who else is in there? Andy, you want to tell everybody? Well, I'm pulling out one more card.
Sure, you got I'll just go ahead and flash them real quick here because you got like I said, had Mason, Goldie, Arenado, and McGuire. Classic McGuire home run photo there. Bat drop. There it is.
I do like the look of that. So for the couple of goofy looks in there from the insets, I do like the moon shot. And then this one is
There you go.
cool. There you go.
Go ahead.
Thanks. The
Fred
mascot
Bird.
card.
Yes.
Just like that. And I actually, it's uh, this one I think honestly is extremely well designed and thought out. So again, I don't know. Did they give it to some young people? Whatever. I don't
Well,
know.
you got to
I'm not
remember that the big league set is intended for younger collectors. The unfortunate
true.
part is to collect if you're collecting the entire set or just team sets, they throw these SP/foil cards in there, and for kids to kind of collect these things, it's rather difficult because it becomes
Right.
pricey for a kid to be able to afford something like that.
Right. Exactly. Well, that is
You're gonna,
cool. I mean, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say if you're gonna have a kid set, then have a kid set. I mean, just put out.
Right.
It doesn't have to be large, like 4 or 5 popular players from each team. Oh man, wait a minute. That was the opening day set. I'm sorry, they took that away. So never mind.
You knew you were going there. I could just tell. Well, well, well played. So overall, again, it's supposed to be a kid set, like you mentioned, replaced opening day. Out of all the sets that have come out so far in 2024, this is my least favorite. I'm just going to be honest, with the exception of the mascot card and the to the moon cards. I like those, but for the rest of it, I'm gonna go with the base set, and we're getting
I'll
ready
take.
to.
Well, I'll take a alibi on that. I'll take the Sunny Gray card. At least we got a Sunny Gray card out of it.
Oh,
So that's
excellent point. Yep, yep. Why there's no Lance Lynn or a Kyle Gibson, don't know, but Sonny Gray, I'll go ahead and
well
I'll
more to come on that in the Heritage set. So stand
yeah,
by.
yep. And that set's going to be coming down from us here really soon. There's a couple of short prints in there that Andy and I are both waiting patiently for the U.S. mail to deliver to us. So, anything else? What else do you got for us? Any pop culture? Anything
Well,
off the
since
top
it's
of your?
2024, pop culture is kind of
Hmm.
still going on. A lot of cool bands out there this year, and I think I mentioned some of them before. Remnants of Van Halen and the Sammy Hagar Best of Both Worlds tour. We got the Foo Fighters, the Stones. I mean, there's a lot of nostalgic retro acts out there this year. Kind of interesting, cool. I don't do the concert thing as much as I used to. Just number one, the expense is so outrageous anymore to even go to a show, and then just putting up with people sometimes is not the most enjoyable thing because as you get older, the drunk people are less funny than they were when you were younger.
Exactly. I agree. Yeah, there was one concert that was on my list and Kathy's list until we saw the for Billy Joel and Sting, and we just said, forget it. I've got more important things to do, like buy this kind
I
of
thought you're
stuff.
going to say right said Fred.
Exactly. So anyway, I'd rather do that and
Oh
go
no,
out
that
to a
was Fred
nice and
Bird.
have
I'm
an
sorry.
there you go.
Because Fred Bird's too
Exactly.
sexy for his clothes or whatever that is.
Right. No, so hey everybody, thanks for watching Bird Brain 66. Please following us on this social media are growing. It's free for us.
I'm sorry,
Can't
Brian,
wait
you froze up a
to
little
talk.
bit. But what Brian is trying to say, thanks everybody, because we're on all the social media platforms on the planet, the X, the Twitter, the formerly X Twitter, or whatever that is, the Instagram, the Facebook, the new look truck or whatever. I don't know whatever all those are, but we're out there, and hook us up, find us, subscribe to YouTube channel, and join us, and send in comments on the X. So to help us, either review cards, talk about baseball, whatever in general, even pop culture too. We like that kind of stuff too. We are referencing
Absolutely.
more and more things out there. I didn't have any elf references for this show, so I'm gonna leave that
No,
alone.
they're coming though. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thanks,
Thanks,
everybody.
everybody. Appreciate it. We will see you next time.